to watch this, but okay, good. No, I don't want that. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Nice. That's good. Nice. Good. Good. Every single daily is done. Good. Perfect. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. It's a hot day. Good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Delete some stuff. Never gonna dance again. This guilty fight for no rhythm. So it's easy to pretend. I know I'm not a fool. I should have known better not to cheat friends. Okay. Ouch. Ouch. The way I dance with you, do 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 do. We're gonna make sure that we have every single video. Okay, so this is what? This is Shield. Okay, so Shield is 2 and 146. 2 and 146. 2 and 146. Yeah, that's good. So now we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this live. 2 and 146. That's a 2, and that's a 146. Perfect. That's good. Good luck. 13 gig. No, I don't want to move it to the safe file. I want to move it to the trash. Perfect. Ooh. I know what that is. I don't know what that is. Let's do 9. Okay, yeah, I remember that. Yes. And we're back with full storage. Well, not full storage, but 23 gigs. What's that freaking noise, dude? So annoying. Don't blink with your boy Yink. Welcome to the show because doing also having a wonderful day on this glorious night, doing glorious 26th July 2026. We are gonna be making some videos. We're gonna be chilling. We're gonna be I don't know how the weather's really hot for this. I don't know how it's gonna work, but hey, we'll try. Ooh, I gotta answer like six. That's my dad. He's gonna be waiting a little bit, guys. Okay, good. Good. Middle of the afternoon, day 296 is enjoy. Okay, so now, what I need to do is I need to upload. Yeah, and then we're good. I'm never gonna dance again. So it's easy to pretend. I know it's not true. I should have known better not to shoot you, friend. Been given today the way I dance with you. So don't blink if you blink, because they're having a fantastic day. Because they're having a marvelous afternoon. I know what you're saying. What happened this morning to the sunrise video? Well, I was planning to do it, but it was 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, you know what? You are super tired. Let's sleep. And if I'm being completely honest, the lack of Wi-Fi yesterday, the lack of sleep, because the plan was to sleep. And the Wi-Fi was gone, but I couldn't. I was super tired. So in the end, what ended up happening was I got tired at 2 o'clock. I was like, you know what? I saw the sunrise video, and also this is super cool because we are talking about this yesterday, making a 2 hours videos, making an hour and a half video. By the way, today, day 296 of Project Vendetta. It's not supposed to be 26. It's supposed to be like 27. But why? My apologies. Because I slept. I overslept. So technically speaking, it is more than that. But we're not gonna count it. So I was talking about making more videos, and even yesterday when I finished because yesterday we did a 5 hours live, which is insane. I understand that. We did a 5 hours live, and even yesterday I was like, hey, I have to make a video in 4 hours and a half, and I wasn't looking forward to it. Like, you know what? The sunrise is not that nice. Take it easy, take it relax, and that's what we did. That is exactly what we did. We're gonna be uploading. We're doing good with the uploads. We're doing really good. I'm never gonna dance again. This guilty's got no right, no rhythm. So it's easy to pretend. I know I'm not a fool. I don't know. I have this song in my head. Yeah, today is hot, but it's nice outside. I might go out today. Who knows? It's not really the plan, but I might go out. It's really nice outside. I know you're not a fool. Should've known better not to cheat a friend. This guilt has got around no rhythm, so it's easy to pretend. With the way I dance with you. I don't know where it is. Dante S. Temis. If I delete it, I'm gonna be okay. There you go. Perfect. Whoa. You guys hear that? Fuck you. Machis Luis. So it's what? It's 296, 285. Day 285. Project Vendetta. Everything. Today was a good day. We woke up at I want to say we woke up at like 10:30, 10:40. My apologies, which is a bit later than I like. Not a big deal. Um, it's just a question of how much time has passed, you know. So, for example, right when you start your morning, there's a sunrise. Okay, well, between the sunrise and the second video that I want to make, there's this amount of time, right? And now with the 10:30, I'm like, okay, well, I know that this is it, and this is gonna be tough because at 10:30, if I do plus 16, that gives me 4:30, which the sunrise is at 5 o'clock in the morning. And if you look at the weather, you realize that tomorrow is Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday there'll be some rain. I might go out today. It's really nice. The weather is fantastic, and I'm gonna regret if I don't. If I wait until the winter, I'm gonna regret. I'm gonna regret it sincerely. There you go. See, I'm sweating like a pig, dude. Because of how hot it is. It's 27 degrees, which is quite nice. So, woke up, spent like an hour and a half editing, uploading. Yesterday, we did so good. But even then, yesterday when I was at 12:30, see, this is a sort of positive and negative. I'm going to talk about search again. My apologies, but I thought I was feeling myself slacking off because I was in a good position. By the way, this is my last one, so I'm going to be having to buy some more. It is $3.50 per store, and if you buy 12, it is $31. So you got like two cans for free, which is great. So that's why we don't do it again. We are playing a lot of the idle games. Bless you. At 12, we finish at 1 o'clock in the morning. 12:30, 1 o'clock. I don't remember exactly, but I think it's 1 o'clock. I was like, okay, well, if you upload now, you got 4 hours to upload what you need to upload. We ended up doing way more. We ended up uploading everything. We ended up waking up. We overslept. There's 2 hours where there's nothing. I uploaded. I went back to sleep. This time, I woke up at 9 o'clock because I woke up at 6 o'clock. And we're making some space. It's not great. The reality of it is, I don't know how great it is because when I upload, I don't delete. I don't know why. But if I did, I wouldn't know exactly how much. But since we have yesterday, we have a problem. I'm falling behind, and I'm paying more attention, so that's good. So once again, super early morning, which is 10 o'clock, super late. I have to prepare the mentality of super late, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it. To be honest, it's honestly, it's good once in a while to do it. It's very good too, because I think to be honest, I think it's healthy. I think it's healthy to be giving yourself a break, but giving yourself a nice break. So, for example, if you give yourself a break but you don't really relax, which I tend to do, there's no point of it. But if you give yourself the time to relax and shit like that, this is fun. Apologies. I finished watching also, what was it? Camping, cooking. Sorry, in another world with an after skill. But the great news is there's 2 seasons on YouTube, so I'm gonna be watching the second season now. What else? We did some Overgeared Hero. I'm not finished. I'm gonna finish that. It's not a lot. I have to do the arena and that's it. So maybe 10 minutes. I had a lot of editing to do though, because lately it's been hotter, and because it's been hotter, oh, this plant needs water. Yeesh. The way I dance with you. We started pulling retro also. Retro get copy. retro get copyright claim, which means that it doesn't count as a copyright strike, but if I was to monetize it, I wouldn't be able to, which is not a big deal, you know? It's just that out of 11, I think 3 of them are, no, I think only 2 of them are constant claim. The constant claim is going to be voiceless, because voiceless is the music. Yeah, I love the music. So today I'm coming in for a couple of videos because I just felt like doing videos. I just felt like enjoying the weather, seeing how hot it was, being able to decide, okay, well, you know what? It's worth it to go outside because I have to go out. I have to go out. I spent the last week. Well, I saw my father, but if you look at the last month, the month of July, the only reason I went out was for grocery shopping or to go see my dad. I did see my mom also. That was once. That doesn't count. It doesn't count if it's once a month, right? My father's weekly. The grocery store, surprisingly, was monthly, so that doesn't count also. But still, this is. There's gonna be a lot of people, which is nice. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish this video. I'm gonna have Oceana, which is Kitchen Nightmare episode. Probably gonna be eating mukbang tonight. Problem is tonight is Saturday. Today's Saturday. Shit. It means we have a tournament. Not good. Not good. Not good. Tonight we have a tournament. Fuck, I'm gonna have to do a lot. Yeah. Shit. That sucks. It's not a big deal, but still. You know what? See, constantly feeling the need to move today. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's because we were well rested. Maybe. I don't freaking know. I don't freaking know, dude. So we're gonna do some gaming. I'm gonna go out, do some bike ride. This is the last one. I'm so happy because I left it on the balcony by mistakes, and there's a lot of humidity and in the cakes. I'm afraid of mold. There's no mold. Still not super proud because I could have done 6 meal out of it and not 3. But hey, it's baby step, right? Then I'm gonna be watching the anime. Then I'm gonna be streaming. Oh, it sounds like a lot to do, but I got well, kinda. So right now it's 12:13, and I got till tonight at 7:30. Tonight at 8 o'clock, 7:30. So it's still a lot. It's still a lot. We died. I never gonna dance again. This kid is turn around. No rhythm, so it's easy to pretend. I know I'm not a fool. I should have known better not to cheat, offend. The rest, no
I've
rhythm.
officially become my ex-wife's lamb.
Ad.
Let me explain. So there's an app.
Let me explain how I do not care. Atlas Urge. We do have an Atlas Urge account, and the fun fact is, we did put some money in it. It said it was last year, so I'm curious as to see how much we made. I could be checking that out. And I gave that up because I was getting a fraud warning on my channel, which is not good, which is something that you want to avoid. I was getting fraud food is too hot, which is okay. I was getting a fraud warning on my videos when I did Bitcoin miner, and I was like, okay, well, fuck everything. Fuck everything when it comes to making money on application, right? What else? That's pretty much it. I'm sorry it's boring, but this is sort of my intro. In the morning, I'm more I'm more talkative because you wake up and like, okay, well, this is how you start your day. But when you wake up and you spend like an hour, this is why I don't like spending like an hour or streaming before. I don't like doing that. See, Vortex. Oh, désolé d'entendre pour le voyage. C'est dommage. C'est dommage. My phone texts me 4 times. C'est quand même un bon prix. What did he say? View transcript. I need to do it almost. Huh? I love my dad. He's a good guy, but he's needy. Lately, he's been needy. Like, I saw you yesterday. Yesterday, you text me, you called me. I didn't answer because I was like, dude. And you text me 3 times today. You text me 3 times today, and it's 12 o'clock. Which means you text me 3 times in 5 hours, minimum. And then my mom, if you don't call her, she will text you like once every 3 weeks. It's very special. So I think I'm gonna have like a busy afternoon, which is great. And then I think majority of my videos I'm gonna do them tonight. Now we are facing a small problem. Like, that's really great. Small but great problem. I possibly will do this. I don't know how much I want to change it. By the way, I come for supper. No. Imagine. Shit. Ay. You know what I'm gonna do? I don't think I'm gonna have a choice. Every time he texts me, I'm gonna spam him. And you get tired of me. It's like, this guy. I'm gonna spam him. I'm gonna send 12 message. And they're all gonna be like, yes, okay, d'accord. Different version of yes. I got tired of him. And I have to forgive him because, he doesn't know how I spend my day. So, there's a small possibility that he thinks I'm bored. I saw him yesterday. He's like, do you need my... No? What? Huh? Yeah. Sorry guys, it's my father. He told me, do you need my Amazon Prime password? And I'm like, why? Well, you can watch Amazon Prime. I can be... Do you need my my Hulu password? I'm like, why? So you can watch videos. And then I leave his house, and he calls me like at 12. I don't answer because I'm like, I just saw you. I left your house an hour and a half ago. What's going on? Right? And it's not important. It's not important. Well, then what happened was, he called me again. Because he called me twice, I thought it was important, right? And he calls me, and he's he tells me a story, which I guess is a good story, but no matter. Sorry if I'm talking about this, sorry if I'm complaining, it's just like, it's a lot. And I'm not sure how to deal with that, because usually I'm a lot. So because I'm a lot, I have to be forgiving when people are a lot because I do that to them. So don't want something to be done with you. See, if you don't want something to be done to you, you don't do it to others. And if you do something to others, you have to expect them to do it to yourself. So if you constantly lie, you have to expect people to lie to you. If you steal, you have to expect people to steal from you. You know? That's the way it is. That's life. So he called me and told me a story. And then he texts me again like 20 minutes after. So I saw you. You called me in the morning because you're like, where are you? I'm on my way. I saw you for 2 hours. You called me And then you text me after a couple 20 minutes. It's like, hey, how's the job search this morning? Don't get me wrong, love my dad, but still. I think it's single day I have to deal with that. For example, I got a text on TikTok. A girl told me like, hey, it's my birthday today. And ultimately speaking, I'm happy that she told me because, you know, I don't remember. Ooh, today is the 25th, okay? Okay, so in 4 days I'm gonna have to text Carly because it's her birthday. The 30th, I'm gonna text her at like 11:59. I'm gonna tell her at 11:59. I'm gonna text her. I'm gonna say, I know your birthday is tomorrow, which is in 1 minute, but I couldn't wait. I'm gonna write her a sweet message because she deserves it. But it's just that the other person texts me for her birthday, and I'm like, we've been talking 2 months, and the first thing that you want is me to acknowledge it's your birthday, to wish you happy birthday. It's just, I thought all this before, but I have to analyze how reasonable people are. See, I always talk about having boundaries and putting boundaries, and I always talk about, hey, it's important that I feel respected because I give you respect, so kind of would like some respect back, right? I think it's normal. But boundary specific because you kind of have to give different people different boundaries. Because some people will do something some people will never do. Shut around. But also, I have to establish, like, okay, well, this is a relationship, right? So I was talking about my father calling me a lot, he texts me a lot, which I get. He's bored, that's okay, right? But he's my father, right? If somebody else was to do this, oh, I cut myself with a can. Shit, that's dangerous. What the fuck? Because of my father, I'm willing to accept more. So I kind of have to do a job of analyzing my surrounding, the people that are in my life, the people that are not in my life. I have to establish, okay, so how close are we really? And if, for example, if I'm really close to you, then I have to set up boundaries which are a bit less strict, or I have to be able or to allow a little bit more because we're close, you know. Like, best example, I got two neighbors. So I got this neighbor, I got a neighbor in front of me. The neighbor in front of me is I think she's nice, but she's very reserved. We don't talk a lot. She's very sweet. Like I said, I don't know her. She doesn't know me. I've been here for 13 years, right? Try to get to know her over the years because I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna be here for a while, and it was nice, but it does feel like my efforts are more there. But her, him, they're a couple. Him is a bit harder because he's deaf, so I speak fast and I don't speak, so I have to scream for him to hear me, but I talk fast. So even if I scream, doesn't mean that you're gonna understand what I'm saying to you. And the French is not that great, or the English. I'm not sure what I speak. But her, like, I see her at Maxi. We're gonna talk. We talk a lot, so I'm more willing to. I don't like to say this. That is so not nice to say. Because the relationship is closer with her, I am more willing to be nice to her. Not that I'm not nice to the other neighbor, but if I was to do like an extra effort, it would be toward her. Because I feel like she's more. I hate the fact that because it's basically it's basically like saying deserving. She's more deserving. See, stop texting me because I spam him with 12 messages that he didn't text me. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. I told him 12 version of okay. Stop texting. And you know what's insane? You know what's really funny? Because my father also I have the same habits. I'm not complaining, but he's gonna talk about the message he received about his wife. When he got the 12 message, he possibly thought, man, does he feel talkative today? And then he said, oh, wait. You possibly said something along the lines of, I'll text him when it's more in the listening mood. That's what's up. That's what's up. Only problem is it's not gonna last forever. I'm not gonna be able to do it every single time. You know? It's gonna be like this guy has a problem. Are you on drugs, Steph? No. Did it work today? So yeah, so I'm more. It's basically saying that she's more deserving than the other one, but she's not more deserving. They're both great people. They're both super kind, super nice people that I have the pleasure of sharing my life with, my environment, my sanctuary now. Where fears and lies melts away, yeah, yeah, yeah. She, Joe will die. Yeah, so it sucks to say, but I have to establish it. Also, I had a, oh my god, can I tell the story? I had a prise de conscience, which is basically in English, it's realization, I guess. I was flirting, and I was on a website. You guys know that I'm on a website which is king friendly. There's something called degradation, so it's basically insulting. It's basically like tough love, or some version of it, right? I'm not gonna go into details because PG 13, right? Right, good. And this is girl that like to be called a certain, not necessarily endearing term concerning our smarts. But then been talking for 2 weeks, and she has a habit of sending pictures. And in one of those pictures, there is a I'm a weird dude. Uh, you guys know I have ADHD, so she'll send me a private picture. Doesn't mean that I look at her body, of course, but I paid attention to for some reason, the surrounding of said body. I noticed there was a book that she was reading, which is Green Light by Matthew McConaughey, which is a book that really, really influenced me a lot into self-confidence and shit like that. And I read this at 28 years old, and I'm like, oh my god, I should have read this way before. This really was interesting. This was very intellectual. And she's 21. And I was like, and she read. She was like, and I told her, wow, I can't believe you read that. I also read that. She's like, oh, I haven't read it in a couple of years. And I felt so. So I think I'm smart, but I'm not that smart, right? We go back to what I was saying, the deserving part. I hate because it's a system of marriageism, which kind of works in society, but I don't think it works with people. Because different people have different way of showing love, of showing. Oh, my apologies. My apologies. Of showing affection. So because they have a different way of showing affection, doesn't mean that they like you less, right? For a person that's not. I was watching this movie Forger, and the grandfather, his grandson, which is a great movie by the way, Forger with John Travolta, very good. There's titties, which is very nice. I gotta get laid, guys. I got to get laid. So, okay. And in that movie, the grandson told the grandfather, like, "Are you and Dad okay?" The grandfather's like, "Yes." Why? He said, well, you never tell each other that you love him. And then the granddad said he knows, and it just made me realize, like, I feel the need to express kindness, to express love and shit like that. Do other people know that I love them, or do if I wasn't not showboating per se, but if I wasn't as expressive with the affection or expressive with love, would they know that I feel that way about them? And the answer is possibly not. I don't know. But it it was something that was I had to ask myself a question. Yeah, so people are deserving, and they're deserving because of the relation they have with you. They can be Mother freaking Teresa. Shout out to Mother Teresa, dude. Shout out to the big MT boy. Babe. If you don't know them, does it really matter? Right? Right? It doesn't really matter. So sometimes, most time, majority of times, the the expression they're more deserving is towards the relationship that they have with you. This person I never had a fight with, but I'm close. This person I have fight with, but I'm closer. Who's more deserving, right? So you're gonna have this sort of, we have this relationship, and because we have this relationship, I'm able to establish how good this friendship is. I'm not gonna help somebody that I just met move from one place to another, or freaking carry the furniture, right? But I'll help my best friend, right? So yeah, so this is establishing like boundaries. I think I have to do that, but it's not about the people; it's themselves. It's not about the person and the personality. It's about how much I care about that person. And because what I'm doing right now, which one of the worst thing is, I'm giving a lot of time, and this I've always done, but I'm giving a lot of time to people that aren't the most deserving, sadly, and because they're most resistance. It's okay, we're good. It's okay, we are good. And because they're not the most deserving, I'm in a position where, resistance. We're gonna give up the night, and that is alright. I haven't uploaded in 2 days, which is insane. Somebody once told me the world ain't gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger in her thumb, in the shape of an L on her forehead. Oh, the way up at the end of the word, some woman. No stop to do, no stop to take. So what is it? Ras is you'll never shine if you don't grow. You'll never shine if you don't know. Hey now, you're an all-star, but you came on do A. And hey now, you're a rock star, but you came on do A. And all our river is true. Only shooting star break the mold. It's a cool place, but wait, it gets colder. This ice we skate is getting pretty thin, so might as well swim. My world's on fire, how about yours? Never get bored. Hey now, you're a rock star, but you came on do A. And hey now, you're an all-star, but you came on do A. And all that river is blue. Only shooting star break the mold. Fun fact, was this song more popular before Shrek or after Shrek? Because it's a weird thing to ask, because of course it was popular with Shrek. But was it popular to begin with? I don't remember. Shout out to Smash Mouth, huh? Rest in peace to the singer. Sadly lost his life a couple years ago. I don't know his name, but I know he was beloved. We were able to save. We were able to delete 5 hours and I want to say 50 minutes. It's not great, but I'll cover today. What I cover per today. If I'm lucky, if I'm motivated enough to do more than just that, I'll cover more of most of today. Yep. So with the relationship, I'm doing the mistakes of giving my attention to the wrong places, right? And then there's people that are more demanding than others. There's people that I find more annoying than others. So I'm like, okay, well, that's a bit too much, right? And then I'm blocking them. But if I establish boundaries on the relationship, and the reason why I talk about the girl with the kinks and the book, well, these are things that I should have learned years ago. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not that I'm getting some lovely picture from a lovely lady that's deserving of love. They're just not looking for love right now. So hey, it's gonna swoop in. So yeah, and I have to establish boundaries because some of the people that I have in my life are fantastic, and they're very deserving of XXY. XX is the same thing. Y is something different. Thank God. They could have said X, Y, Z. Could have said X. I don't know if the Romanian have a different alphabets. Basically, all the language I speak. Perhaps they have an alphabet. Perhaps I'm kind of a prophet. I was trying to rhyme with et. It's very hard. Try it yourself. And come and get. So yeah, so if I'm able to do that, why am I talking about this? I don't know. I just feel like talking about this, I guess. But yeah. just I'm trying to be in a good mental health headspace. I'm trying to be in a space where I'm productive but not completely obsessed with work. I'm trying to be in a position where I'm having fun. For example, I'm going to tell you something I'm not supposed to talk about. It. Fuck it. I'll get sued for what? I love the tower, as you guys probably could tell. I don't know how you could tell by looking at me. Oh, that's a tower player. Is that an insult? The compliment? I don't freaking know. And we have a Discord for the content creator, and the content creator Discord has a call. I'm not gonna say when. I'm gonna say where. But we have a call, and it'll be fun because this is again my first time being a part of a game like that. My first time being part of a company like that. My first time having fun like that, and I'm very excited. I don't know what it's entail. I don't care about what it entail. I just think it's freaking dope, dude. I just think it's freaking dope, dude. I'm gonna see how what it means. What does it mean? What do you need? I'm in a position where it's hard, bro. It's mad hard. I don't know what to do. So yeah, so I'm excited for that. But then at the same time, this is okay. So let's put it like that, right? So why am I talking about this? Should you wait until the car is gone? There you go. You ruined the orchestra, bro. Yeah. So the reason why I'm talking about this, which is kind of important, is this is the this is the kind of the closest I've had to something that's sort of corporate-y, but also team in a long ass time, right? It's not a job per se, but it feels like a co-worker, right? And then what is kind of cool is I'm gonna have to establish some friendship over there. I'm gonna have a social aspect, which is really nice. But if I'm an asshole, I'll be an asshole. If I'm an asshole, I don't want to be an asshole because I've been playing the game for 3 years. Now, ultimately speaking, am I going to be part of this for 3 years? I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know what's going to go. I don't know how useful it is or how important it is, right? But if I'm part of it for the next 3 years, then it gives me the opportunity, if you will, and you will, the opportunity to be able to do X, Y, and Z. So, for example, possibly getting a following, possibly getting a community, possibly having a lot of new friends. I need more friends, which is I need new friends when it comes to content creation. The biggest one I have, the biggest friend I have is Sir Winslot. Why? Because TikTok does a sort of message which says this: you've been friend with how much time? And I've been friend with Kyle for 4 years. Fantastic. So that's my biggest, that's my longest friendship on TikTok. It's a content creator, but I need more friends like that, you know. So that's gonna be cool, but I have to establish, and this is gonna be people that I have to see. What I'm trying to say, very poorly, is I've been playing the game for 3 years. I might be playing the game for 3 more years, and these are the people I'm gonna see bi-monthly maybe for the next 3 years. And I don't know if you're good at math, but that is a total of, drumroll please, 312 times. If the meeting is an hour, then 312 times is 312 hours. How much is that in days? It is 10 days. It is 10, which is 240. Yeah, it's about 13 days, which gives you 314 hours. Yep. Why? Majora's Mask, baby. 3 days is 72 hours. You do 240 because that's 10 plus 40, 72, which gives you 312. Yeah, 312. And I talk about how much? I talk about 108 times 3, which gives you 324. 108. Yeah, so a bit more than 3 days, but still 3 days I have to deal with people, you know? And it can be really going well. Am I afraid it's not going to go well? Kinda. And I'm going to talk about this like in a very peculiar way. But and I'm gonna talk about this in the tower talk too, right? But I'm going to do more positive in the tower talk. I'm going to do a more positive version. I'm going to do a more optimistic version. Now I'm being riddled with insecurities because most of my relationships that I made over the years were over ink. Over Steph. I did have a lot of relationship with ink, but how many of those are still lacking? And because so this is very important because all the relations that I have had since creating Ink Vendetta, I have mentioned them as Ink, but I let myself be there. So I was acting like myself. So this is my first chance to really separate personal life and professional life, which is something I should have done 5 years ago. But it's a good opportunity to do it. So I'm happy about that. I'm excited about that. We'll see how it goes, but first, so far so good. Right, so yeah, it's an opportunity, and this is why I'm also thinking about my social. Right, I have a tendency to be grumpy, so I'm like, okay, well, if I if I if I mm, if I have a bad day that day, doesn't matter how much effort I do to be a nice guy, is it gonna work? Possibly not, right? So, gotta be mindful of that. Gotta be very mindful. I didn't upload anymore. We're not uploading anymore. I should have uploaded. I got a fart coming. That was 3 minutes ago. Can you believe that shit? 3 minutes ago we uploaded. Crazy. Crazy bananas. By the way, small gaming um, side note. At the start, I was gonna try Marvel Dokkan because in my heart of heart, in my years of playing video games, I don't think I've ever played like a fighting game, which is not true. I played a Dragon Ball Z, which is Dragon Ball Budokai 1, 2, 3, but Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi. But I just played because it was Dragon Ball. So I was gonna start Dokkan, but it was PS5, so I can't play it. So not a big deal, but I don't know. Well, it's arcade fighting. I don't know if Fortnite counts because this is competitive, but I don't think so. I think FPS is more the case. And that is it. So that's pretty much it for today. So I'm gonna be uploading some videos. Gonna be playing games. The goal is to wait until 2 o'clock. See if I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna be streaming from. If I was clever, which I'm not. If I was clever, what I would do is I would play video games or mobile games until 4 o'clock. I would stream from 4 to 7:15. I would do a tournament. And so that we did the Tower Talk yesterday. Tower Talk, which was 2 hours long. But I'm so glad because now we don't have to do it. So that is very meaningful. And I want to stream today. It's just a question of when I want to stream. FF3, yes. Final Fantasy, Fortnite. There's a free pet if you play the game, so it could be interesting. But yeah. So with that note, love you guys. Take it easy. I'll see you guys tonight for some more option. Today talk ended weird, but it's just it's more it's more personal work I have to do. It's more like, hey, you have to work on this. You have to be not necessarily a nicer person, because I do believe that I am nice, or at least I try to be nice. See, if people, I think I'm nice enough for people to call me nice, or I think I try hard enough to be nice to people to say he's trying to be nice, right? And I don't like the saying of he's trying to be nice because it has this negative affect to it. It's often like he's trying to be nice, but is he really nice? I don't know. I have to transfer Sword to everything to merchant today. Important. I'm gonna do 9 hours in 1 hour, which should be good. And that's it. That's pretty much it, guys. I had a good time. I'm gonna be working on that. I was going with the trying to be nice. When your general persona is nice, you don't have to put in. You don't have to pretend like you're nice. You're actually nice. People notice that you're nice, which means that you're perfectly fine with the way you are. Versus, hey, I have to be nicer. But what's lacking isn't the kindness. What's lacking is my reaction towards people, my relationship with people. I tend to be a bit abrasive. I tend to be like fool me once, shame on you, but no, fool me once, you're done. That's not cool, right? That is not cool. And that is pretty much it. Fun fact is, with the tower, I saw a lot of people in Discord that I watch on YouTube, so it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. And that is pretty much it. Ooh, by the way, I'm gonna have today. I don't know if it's today or tomorrow. I don't know, but I'm gonna be uploading everything, which is not true. I'm not gonna be uploading everything. I'm gonna be publishing everything. So every draft is gonna be published, and every single thing is gonna be on the video. Which we're now at 900. I'm gonna tell you. It's gonna be fun. Right now we're at what? We are at, I don't know, here. I have to go to YouTube, I believe. I have to go on YouTube, I believe. We're gonna get up tonight. It's 9:08 video. Let's see how much I have. I'm telling you, it's about 3,000. Not even joking. Not even joking. Not even joking. So yeah, so I love you guys. Take it easy. I'll see you guys tonight for some more. I was talking about something new, which we're gonna try, which is not true. I'm not stopping now. I'm gonna do another videos on Oceania Kingdom Hearts Kitchen Nightmare. I'm gonna go. This is gonna be something new. I hope you guys aren't too mad. But when I got the tournament, the live we do, the big videos we do, is gonna become a tower talk. Why are we doing that? Because I was doing tower talk every single day. That's too much. So instead, I want to do like a tower talk twice a week. But when I'm going to do a tower talk, it's going to be big, so they have to matter. If that makes sense. And yeah. So tonight we're not doing any videos. We are doing a tower talk, which is why I have to do the Kitchen Nightmare episode right now. If I don't do it right now, I'm not gonna be able to do it faster. See, cool thing is there's a cloud right now. Right? There's a cloud. So why is that cool? Because if I was to sell it as a copy and paste and a compilation, I could pretend that this is 5 hours after. It's a couple hours after. Sounds good, sounds great. I love you guys, take it easy. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Take care of yourself, be weird, who gives a shit? And yeah, today, 296th day, dude. Can you believe that I'm gonna be hitting 300, like, today is what? Today is Saturday. I'm gonna be hitting 300 on Wednesday. Can't believe that. We're possibly gonna do a mukbang, special mukbang. Wednesday tournament. Shit. Yeah, we're possibly gonna do a mukbang. Huge mukbang, do KFC on Wednesday. I'm excited. Love you guys, take it easy. Good, it's done. Don't blink if you're buying. Welcome, Computer Show. Welcome to another day of Project Vendetta. Today is day 296, and we're doing a specific videos. And lately, the content has been more psychological. The content has been more day-to-day life. It's sort of vlogish style content. I want to do something different. I want to do something that was a bit more specific. So, we're gonna go with something that's very special. Now, this is when I do videos, I don't really plan them, right? I don't really plan them. I just go barging in like a freaking bull, and I go barging in. So, I was watching. So lately, my algorithm. Okay, so complex story. Lately, we've been starting new playthroughs of the tower, which means my algorithm is the tower. But these playthrough, I'm watching something on TV. And I like to watch is Hell Kitchen or Kitchen Nightmare, right? Because lately they've been releasing a lot of episodes for Kitchen Hell and Back. I got a lot of these, right? So my algorithm is now Gordon Ramsay, right? And I was like, well, 24 hours Hell and Back is kind of funny, right? I actually kind of like the show, but I'm always making this joke, and it's in my head because I'm alone. But to me, this is funny, right? To me, this is funny. Imagine if, and I hope this makes you guys laugh. Let's disable the fact that I think it's crazy, and let's enable the insanity. Imagine if he goes in a restaurant and he talks about his kitchen on wheels and blah 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 blah, which is great, right? And instead, people are like, "Dude, we applied for Kitchen Nightmare." I mean, it's so funny. So then, because I was thinking that, I started paying attention to Kitchen Nightmare. Problem with Kitchen Nightmare, and I'm going to be completely honest, great show, but I've watched it too often. So when you watch a show too often, you often watch the clip, the best moments, and the favorite episode. Amy Bakery is one of my fave. Zeke is one of my fave. What else do I really like? The dude who was talking about how he has a farm, but now he's buying things that's frozen. The chef who, it's the La Frite. La Frite's one of my favorite too. I like La Frite. But all of this to say, I was lucky enough. To see the very first version on YouTube of Kitchen Nightmare. So by that, what I mean, yes, I yap a lot. This is the content that we're doing. Sorry if you're not happy. The sort of, how can I put this? The sort of great thing about watching the video before was back then YouTube, and I'm talking about this in the early 2010, 2012, 2013, right? Back then YouTube didn't have the most copyrights, and the pay system wasn't that great, right? The pay system was made better in 2016, right? And 2016, because this is when you had the rise of all the vloggers and YouTubers, the rise gone, Team 10, whatever, what have you, right? And since then, they're all gone because YouTube doesn't pay as much, just saying. But a lot of people saw how much these guys were making and started to focus on YouTube, right? That's why you had show, example, Kitchen Nightmare, example, Trailer Park Boys, that were now copyrighted. And you had official channel, right? Kitchen Nightmare is one of the biggest culprit for that. Now, again, I'm gonna preface this with, this is why I don't plan video, because it don't make sense otherwise. I'm gonna start with saying that I am a big fan of Kitchen Nightmare, but the marketing is insane, bro. They have compilation, which is gonna be 3 hours, but they're using the same episode. If you look at the channel itself, you would think that it's a show that ran for 20 years. No, bro. There's six. I think it's 7 seasons. I think it's 6 seasons of 12 episodes each, which is basically 72. And if it was 7, it would be 84. 20 minutes. No, about 40 minutes a pop. So you do a 2/3 of it. So 72, 2/3 is 48, which is about 48 hours if you watch that one time the speed, which is amazing. But on the YouTube channel, there's over 300 hours possibly of content, right? So we're guilty of that. But what is good is if you made the content on TV, on the radio, if you made content and you had a production behind it, monetize content, monetize it, right? You had this great show on cable, you bought the rights, which is fantastic. One of the guys that I have to applaud is Trailer Park Boys. I know what you're saying. Ink, you came in, I want to talk about Kitchen Nightmare, but you keep going step. I like to preface it. I like to create this universe. I like to give a lot of information. That way you dive in, right? And actually see me further than I am on a daily basis, right? With Trailer Park Boys, they had a show on cable, right? And they wanted to continue the show, but they were like, no, the producer were like, no, there's not a public for that. So what the guys did, because it's 3 boys, Trailer Park Boys, they bought the company. They bought the rights to the channel. This is something that I love. Kenny vs. Penny. Kenny vs. Penny was a show on Showcase. Trailer Park Boys was on Showcase too. Kenny vs. Penny, when you look at the producer were Kenny and Penny. They took a pay cut from the network to be the sole proprietor of the show. So when Kenny Hot, which is one of the two, decided to put the show on YouTube, that was his show. That was his property, right? He bought the shares of Penny for a penny on a dollar, and suck you. It sucks to be used, Penny. But now he's making some decent cash, right? But all of this to say, I have been watching the previous version of Kitchen Nightmare, and there's some elements that you have which are very sort of confused, blurry. You don't know what they are. Like, what the heck am I? How the heck am I remembering this? And one of those was what? One of those was a busy idiot. And then you realize that this is from an episode that is no longer there. And you don't remember the show, right? But you remember Busy Idiots. you go on Google and you know that you're right. So when you, this is gonna sound crazy. My apologies for the burp, for the fart, the burp, the fart, the furt. It's insane because you think Mandela effect. Did I just imagine that? No, it exists. And you read that the show is no longer. So you do some research. And again, what I want to talk about is super dark, super niche. This is knowledge of something that happened 12 years ago that nobody thinks about, nobody cares about. There's just a handful of people, and who gives a shit? But I think it's kind of funny because the more useless information that you have in here, the more you can attribute yourself the title of busy idiot, right? And that's what we're going for. So Oceana, the reason why it's no longer there is because they sued Kitchen Nightmare, right? And they sued Kitchen Nightmare. I'm gonna tell you guys the reason as to why. We're not gonna use AI because there's social and environmental impact on the land that we share with each other. No. Why did phone is too hot? Oh, storage full. Okay. Why did the Oceana Bar and Grill sue Marie? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is that this, right? And now we don't have the storage. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to go like a busy idiot because I'm filming a lot. We don't have storage. We're gonna do here. I'm gonna go with okay, so now we have this. It's 54, 30, and 54. 54, 30. Good, we have it. We have, oh, streaming. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Da-da-da-da. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. And I need to upload because we're done uploading. So I have to make sure that we are uploading. And how much battery do I have? 50%. Not bad. Not good, not bad. Not good, not bad. Okay, so that's going to be 295. There's 296 of Project Vendetta, 296 Resistance Reborn, and I'm going to be doing this. And I'm going to be uploading a second video that's 5 hours, so I'm going to have more than enough time for this video to just chill together, to just have fun and just talk. Because that's the goal, right? The goal of watching a video is to be entertained or have fun, right? That is why I watch porn. And this is why you watch this, I guess. Which is a weird segue, but hey. This is going to do 295. We're going to do Resistance Reborn finale. Okay, see? As simple as this. I tried to be perfect, it just wasn't worth it. Yeah, so was it Ocean Bar? Okay, Ocean 1. No. Oceana. Bar and Grill Soup. Oceana Grill, often called Oceana Bar and Grill, in New Orleans, sued over reality TV defamation contract breach and... Oh, they didn't sue Kitchen Nightmare. Wait a second. I thought they sued. Look at how broken the screen is. So it's click on button and I didn't click. It didn't. I thought no, they did sue Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, this is some dark knowledge that I know. Defamation contract breach and COVID-19 business interruption insurance losses. Japanese, French, Japanese. Okay, let's see what that all that mumbo jumbo mean. But sued against Kitchen Nightmare Gordon Ramsay. 2011 lawsuit. The owner initially sued Gordon Ramsay and a show producer to stop the airing of their Kitchen Nightmare episode, claiming producer fabricated and exaggerated dramatic scenes such as a staged customer complaint and finding dead mice made the restaurant look filthy. That suit ended in an out-of-court settlement. There's another restaurant. I'm not accusing anybody, but I'm just saying there's another restaurant, which is what? It was a grill, which was a mice in the entry. Police said that Gordon planted the mice. Okay. 2018 lawsuit. The restaurant sued Ramsay and producer a few times after a clip from the 2011 was posted to Facebook. Oceana claimed the post violated the previous settlement term, restricting the uncompensated use of the footage. Lawsuit against insurance companies. Made international as one of the first business in the United States to sue over pandemic closure. Okay. That's unimportant. I care about Kitchen Nightmare. I care about Mr. Ramsay, if you say how much. What did Kitchen Nightmare episode where they find a mice in the mice in the entry. Alley? No. Entry. Entrance. I'm French, my apologies. The episode where Gordon Ramsay found a dead mice right by the front entrance is Blackberry. Right. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that we are recording some audio because I don't want to get copyrighted over in a bad usage of it, but let's go. So yeah, so you got the restaurant, right? And I'm just showing this, again, I don't think it's fabricated. I'm just showing this because I think it's kind of funny that two restaurants say the same thing. So we're going to go with YouTube, we're going to go with Kitchen Nightmare, and it was the Blackberry, right? Blackberry. Is that it? There you go. Amazing content. Great. We love you, Kitchen Nightmare. We love you. Okay. Okay, good. Very good stuff. Very nice stuff. Fantastic content. Very nice. We love this. Absolutely phenomenal. Yes, there you go.
Minutes before the doors to Blackberry's open, Chef Ramsay is greeted by something unexpected.
Bloody hell. So that's the dead mice, right? At the entrance. Which, this is some of the content that you want to watch, right? Right? So then what you do is this. So then what you have to do is this. It's not really important the thing, but it's the accusation. And again, I'm not saying that they did it. I'm just saying that it's sort of weird. And I like context, so you know. This.
Okay, that's not funny.
That's not funny.
Outside, you take that, no?
Incinerator. Okay. Incinerator. And look at the reaction. This is gonna be important. No, this is not plants. I don't know exactly where it is, but so.
We always have to exterminate once a month for prevention. Are you serious?
Okay. Let's have I have to talk over it because I don't want to be copyrighted claim, even though they have every single right to copyright claim me. I just don't want that because I'm a fan of the show and yeah. Look what he said. Oh. I love that the sounds. Look. See, right here. And what is insane is that like this peculiar restaurant, the owner wasn't super. See, there's restaurant where I can actually think about it. For example, the pizzeria with the two brothers, the dude whose father passed away and he wasn't doing super good. Sam Bar, Sebastian. So there's some owners you can see that there's a clear problem. Sebastian was one of them. So in this one, what you do is you kind of present, or because the owner are seemingly less credible than they should be. Something like that sounds crazy, but at the same time, when it happened that often, it's kind of nuts. Ooh, and Oceana Grill was season 4, episode 12, which is the last one, and this is season 5. You know.
Okay, so it's in that sword. Bang. Right there. Right here. You have it on film? Are you kidding me? What, you thought I pulled it in out of my pockets? I think you did.
See?
Are you fucking dreaming?
And this is crazy because, listen, this is because you could easily do shock value. You could easily do shock value, and again, I'm not saying that's what they did. But one thing that I have in mind is Jersey Shore. Now, I know what you're saying, Inch. I've been following you since now. I think that you made some good arguments, or not some great, but I get what you're trying to say. We're comparing Kitchen Nightmare to Jersey Shore. When Jersey Shore, what they used to do is they would provoke. So what they would do is the producer would throw ice and then say that the bartender throw ice. They would make the character, the contestant, I guess, watch previous season, but only the drama moment. So they would fight. It was like, hey, you bitch, you said that last season, So, it's possible.
Alright, the house was there. No, never. There was never no mouse there.
Right. Okay. So we had the exterminator last week. They come on regular occasions. We have an issue with mice. That's why you have an exterminator.
We don't have this with mice. The exterminator comes in
Okay.
regularly.
Let's you and I do a little investigation.
Investigation. And now the cool part is you.
Yeah. I have never seen one. You've never seen one. Good.
See, you're gonna ask the cooking, and it's kind of like it's so crazy because like Gordon Ramsay, super popular chef, been cooking for years, is one of the main figure of cooking. So, do I think that he would risk his reputation for that? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm nuts. So the simple fact that you're kind of assuming that it went there is crazy, right? But it's just like I think it's funny, but I also think that like how can I put this? Like even so, for example, 24 Hours and Back, right? Which I've been watching a lot lately. They sort of bring, and ultimately speaking, this is talking about the mission and how the important the mission is, right? But they bring expert in a couple of days before, a couple of weeks before. I don't know how it works, but they put some people in to do like an inspection, like, okay, well, how clean is this? And some of them they're really dirty. So there is definitely a choice of going for the dirtiest kitchen or the most messiest or the most in need. But then you have the pride to say, like, listen, we're only helping. I got a mosquito bite, and we're using the pin to scratch it. Don't do that at home. You can cut yourself, but we are safe and professional. I have a diploma from Wikipedia. How this counts? So there's definitely a case of like, dude, this is gonna be looking so good on TV to be that filthy or get that on that's so crazy. Of course, there's a choice of what's gonna be marketing wise, what's gonna be smart, what is gonna be a good episode to air, what's gonna be a good episode to watch, what's gonna be a good episode, what are people gonna be watching? For example, right? When you look at Kitchen Nightmare, to ensure that I know more, right? When you look at that show, what is the most popular episode ever? I think we can all agree that it's Amy Baking Company,
You
ABC,
wanna spar
right?
with me? Be careful.
It's Amy Baking Company, and with Amy Baking Company, it was based on the fact that Amy was insane, allegedly insane. It was the fact that Sammy was kind of a gangster. The kind of fact that they were going after customer. It was a mess. It was almost a guaranteed viral moment, right? So you see nowadays, you see like, okay, well, there's a trend, there's a clip, we want to have the most views because most views equates to more eyes equates to more follow equates to more views long term, more views long term equates to a normal salary on a daily basis, right? On a monthly, I don't know how it works. I don't get paid. So with that, of course, it was on TV. You want to do like not necessarily shock value. Yes, you want to do shock value, but imagine if your shock value is because the owner of the place is insane. Or imagine if your shock value is guaranteed because the kitchen is filthy. Filthy. So you have guaranteed shock value, and then at the same time you can kind of embrace the mission because you're like saying, well, we help 12 restaurants per year, and those were out of all of the demand that we have, all of the participation candidates we received. These were the 12 most needy. But there's definitely a case of choosing the right restaurant. And when you choose a restaurant, it's who's needy, but there's also a case of if you're gonna get views or not. I truly believe that. So for the whole thing with the mice, I'm just saying, but still. There you go. So with that being said, let's go back to Oceania. So I had fond memories of Oceania, but the reality is I just watched it once. I watched the episode because I couldn't find it on YouTube. You just have to write down Oceania Bar and Grill, and you'll find it. It's not under Kitchen Nightmare. So legally speaking, this is kind of like a cool thing, very cool thing. Kitchen Nightmare or the production is possibly not able to air the episode, right? But at the same time, they cannot stop people from posting it. So there's a bunch of episodes. There's this guy, this kid, I think he's like 11 or 12, who knew what he was doing. He did a short, which he called Oceania Bar and Grill. The video was him smiling, and it got like 200 and something thousand views. So brilliant mind, brilliant. So watching this episode was weird because it doesn't feel like an episode of Kitchen Nightmare. So the reason why it doesn't feel like an episode of Kitchen Nightmare is because I have watched the show over 10 times, but it's not true. Possibly more like over 8 times, 9 times maybe if I'm lucky. So yes, so watching an episode that I've only watched once was crazy, right? And also speaking, when we talk about in my book, talk about the owners, I do believe, I truthfully, and in my heart of hearts, I truthfully believe that Oceania was more entertaining than Amy Baking Company. Now the problem with Amy Baking Company is I watched it again, minimum 8 times. I remember this is a true story. Like I told you, I was playing this new game, which is a tower. We're playing a idol game. We have to build an idol. We have to build a way to idol. And I was watching Kitchen Nightmare, and it was like it was compilation, right? And I was in a state of I'm so tired and I don't know what I'm doing. But they showed back and forth. Not back and forth. I'm so sorry. Back to back. They showed I'm French. They showed back to back episode of Amy Baking Company, which is on one video and the next video. I'm like, oh, I have to watch that again. Fuck. And then I was like, okay, well, you know what? It's not a big deal. You're streaming. I don't remember what I was eating. But I was eating something good, possibly chips or ice cream or something good. But like, you know what? It's not a big deal. And then in the same morning, again, we watched the episode. We watched it for, I want to say 12 hours at 2 times the speed. And then they show the show a third time. And I was like, oh, no way. There's no way. So yes. So a show that you only watch once, of course, is going to be more interesting. Why is Oceania so special as an episode is you almost believe that it's not a kitchen nightmare. You don't know what the heck was going on. This is such a weird episode. For example, there's a moment where Gordon asked the chef. I think the name was Mo, but I'm not sure. It was Sammy and Mo, I believe. And Mo tells him like, "Hey, he asked Mo, what's your recipe?" And Mo seriously says, "In my head," right? And then Gordon is like, "Are you kidding me? Is that for real?" And then he asks his brother. So again, this is possibly the way they edit it. I don't know for sure, but his brother definitely seems more. You can work with him, right? You seem more reasonable, right? At the very least. So he asks the brother, like, "Dude, is this guy for real?" And the brother, as an answer, says, "This is what we have to deal with every single day." And the cool thing here is that Gordon laughs, and he laughs and just, you see, he's still uploading. Great, nice. Because we film too much, so I have to upload the entire day to even get into my a storage budget, I guess. and he starts laughing. And I've never seen Gordon Ramsay laugh at something like that. So it's kind of weird the way the show works. Mo is a character, which is really funny, but not funny in the sense of I'm not gonna do the meme. I'm gonna do the meme, like, not in a sense of ha, but in a sense that's really weird. For example, he tells Gordon Ramsay, "This is New Orleans. There's swamps around here. He's gonna find himself food for a crocodile." This is literally a death threat. And like, okay. Or other moments, and he says, "Listen, I'm gonna be helping you guys out. I'm gonna be renovating it, but I need to know that you guys are in." And Mo said something along the lines of, if I understand correctly, you're gonna do whatever the fuck you want, and I don't have a word in it. And he was like, yeah. And then Gordon Ramsay leaves, and then Mo asks his brother, "Hey, what happened, dude?" So his brother repeats himself. He's like, "Well, he's gonna change the renovation," and you see just Mo kissing the floor but puking after. He's puking because he doesn't know what to do. Another great thing which I really enjoyed. So this is possibly one of my favorite episodes. It's not my favorite episode, but again, I don't think the episode is that great or phenomenal. I just think that because I didn't watch it in a long time, this felt like new. But he's gonna have some food, right? I think it's a gumbo, but I'm not sure. I never had gumbo, by the way, so if you guys tell me it's good, I might try it. So he goes in and he tells this gumbo tastes weird, and then they bring it back, and Mo he tells the server, "Give it to me, I want to taste it." He says, "This British fuck doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. This gumbo is fantastic, baby." They're laughing. And then the brother, which is the more reasonable one, wouldn't ask him, like, "Dude, what are you doing?" He said, "Well, you brought the food back in and they think it's funny." So you feel bad for the brother. You do feel bad for the brother. Another great moment, but there's actually also like really cool moments, like really funny, not really funny, but really interesting moment. For example, Gordon forced them to close the restaurant for the day. And this is where you see that they both click, like, okay, well, we just lost a lot of fucking money. It's important. The chef itself. My issue with the episode is, do I think the chef was to blame? Yes, but no. I think the chef was told that he could do whatever he wanted. Whatever he wanted wasn't to clean or to put date, because that's the boring part. That's the more corporate part. It's not the I'm cooking, and when I'm done cooking, I don't have to do dishes. My shift is done, right? So I believe there was some neglect on the owner. I believe there was some neglect on the owner part of it, but more so as a, okay, this is your responsibility. This is what we expected you to do. You got a quota to do, right? And then they did fire the guy, but I did find it. I had a problem with that because I'm like, dude, you didn't tell him what you wanted. You didn't tell him what to do, and because he didn't do it, because he didn't ask you to do it, he gets fired for that. So I thought it was a bit of a fall guy. But apart from that, the rest of the episode is fantastic. I thought it was good. But just knowing the fact that there was an episode that is not air, and again, I'm going to talk about, this is going to be a very weird opinion, I guess, but I just see Chef Ramsay as a badass, as as one of the dudes that you respect the most. So the fact that he was sued and then they're not able to air, to me was crazy. The fact that one of the guy that gives a less fuck was sued over that is crazy. You have a and you look at the okay. So I'm gonna say something that's negative, but again, I have to say that I love Gordon Ramsay. He was a big help for me, right? Fun fact: when I was 19 years old, I didn't know what to do. I did not know what to do, and my parents were like, "Dude, you have to find a course because you cannot do anything. You can work or find a course." And I didn't want to work because my parents were both slaves of their work. It was constant. It was constant talk of work. My father was bragging about what he was doing. My mom was complaining about what she was doing, but they didn't have a life. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to school. So what's your course? And back then, we were watching me and my mom a lot of MasterChef, Australia, America. So I said I want to be a chef. But if it wasn't for Gordon Ramsay, am I a chef? No. I did a course in bakery because cooking was. I'm not sure if it was easy. But it was a line. I got stressed and I made mistakes. I ended up hurting myself pretty bad. It's like, okay, well, you're gonna hurt somebody else or yourself to a point of no return. We tried bakery. Bakery was more calm. It was better. I did bakery for like 2-3 years, but bakery, the problem was everything that I found. And again, I was a pompous fuck. I was 20, 21 years old. I was like, no, I made a course. I have a diploma. I am deserving of more than minimum salary. I was demanding a bigger salary than minimum. I didn't care how much more, but I'm like, no, I did a course. It has to be for a purpose. And for 2 years, we did I did very corporate, so Costco, so IGA, places that everything was ready to go. Then I had a place in a normal bakery where I did forget a lot of the course that I had because I didn't have the habits. Everything that we were receiving was already cooked, already prepared. We just had to put it in the oven. That's it. So yeah, so that's my problem. And then I realized that I forgot most of it, and it wasn't for me, so I left. But yeah, so because of MasterChef, I wanted to be a cook. And Gordon Ramsay was very responsible for that because I was like, this guy's a badass. And this guy, one of my favorite shows that he did wasn't even Kitchen Nightmare, wasn't even Hell's Kitchen, wasn't even MasterChef. It was Gordon Behind Bars. Because you had a real feeling of it. You had a real, like, you talk about his brother and what he was going through. So yes, I'm a fan, right? And I'm going to be something like a loser freaking opinion, but you watch some of the earlier season, it was a different era of Hell's Kitchen. And yes, there's some terminology, there's some insults that are not okay, or wouldn't be okay right today in this cancel culture. But at the same time, it was mentality back then. And I have to admit that I applaud Ramsay because when he saw that it was something that was problematic, it was problematic. He decided to change. And I think he's because he wanted to be like he's a good dad. He's a good guy too. One of my favorite moments from Hell's Kitchen is Bobby. Bobby, that was one of my favorite contestants, and he used to call Bobby Robert because that was his real name. And no, the opposite. He used to call Robert Bobby, and he didn't like that. And he start making fun of the breaking balls with Robert. And Robert came up in his office and said, "Hey, can I see you?" And Ramsay's like, "What's up? What's going on? What's wrong?" And he said, "Well, you call me Robert, and this is what my father used to call me. My father was a piece of shit, so I don't like being called Bobby." And Ramsay apologized, like, "Hey, I have no idea. If you came to me before, I would have stopped calling you that, but you didn't come to me. How am I supposed to know?" And it was very mature. And after that, he was showing respect. So there's a lot of mentality, and also there's the fact that in the kitchen or in the kitchen on the line, there's a very different mentality. It's very brick and ball. It's very rough. It's very tough, right? You see The Bear. You see a lot of shows like that, and it's really rough, right? So yeah, so it's not an easy world, and most popular. And I have to admit, that's what's the beauty of it. You do something and then you change, and so I have to, because I do feel like I was implying, or it could be seen like I was implying that the rat thing where. So I've just said no. I don't believe I like the guy. I don't think he would do that. I don't think he needs to do that. The production team, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. Even with 24 hours held back, he's doing this costume, right? And I was watching an episode yesterday, which is he was doing like a Renaissance, not a Renaissance fair. No, I'm so sorry, a reenactment. Reenactments, and he was pretending to be a corporal from a certain battalion. I was like, okay, this is a bit cringe, and I caught myself. I'm like, dude, the guy has been working his whole life. This guy has been making TV for 20 plus years. He wants to have fun. Let him fucking have fun. Who cares? And you see him on MasterChef Junior, where it's sort of hard for him because he's a father and he misses kids, Yeah. So on that note, I wanted to talk about this. I just thought it was a good subject for a video. Possibly something different, something we're trying which is different, which is kind of nice. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in a couple hours for some more content. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink if you're buying. Welcome back to the show. Continuing what's having a wonderful day. we just finished doing an hour and a half of videos. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside. I'm going to chill, be watching an anime because tonight I have tournaments. Yes, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna be eating some popcorn. I'm gonna be playing some video games. I'm gonna be uploading. I have to transfer something from Sword to Merchant because I have to do it. And that is pretty much it. So I've got a lot of work to do, but all in all good, baby. Love you guys. Take it easy. See you guys in a couple hours. Good. Perfect. Okay. So now we're gonna go inside, guys. I am thirstier than a camel in the desert. That's something that you guys can say? I don't know. They have water in their pouches, I heard. And so the story goes. But thank you for the sacrifice, because I'm ashamed of the things that I did. I said whatever it took just to get her in bed, and it's kind of fun when you're only a kid, but you grow up to learn that the scars are kind of permanent. And I hadn't had one drink in 3 whole years. There's no need for drinking when you're not here. Then you find it amusing, I'm seeing clear, and this hateful atmosphere. So come on, not moving anybody tonight. I'm the gracious host and she's the parasite. Anyone else, take me out, 'cause I'm a mess when I'm alone. And if anyone can help, I think I'm losing it. I found my problem with my self-control. Hold on. Anyone honest, so this right. She's not another sex tonight. And she's got that dress on, you know, the one that shows all the things that she can do to me. And I'm taking lesson on not to beg for sex. I gotta take a picture of my entry. Yeah, I have to do that for Amazon. She shows the side effect we're feeling from the ecstasy. So come on, we're not doing it anybody tonight. We're the gracious host and you're the parasite. Anyone else, so take me out, 'cause I'm a mess when I'm alone. And if anyone can help, I think I'm losing it. So the photo title, none of it hard to say. I got no problem with my self-control. Oh no, honest. This time, that is sex tonight. And I'm taking lesson on not to beg for sex. It's just a side effect we're feeling from the ecstasy. So come on, not fooling anybody tonight. We're the gracious host and I'm the parasite. Anyone else, take me out, 'cause I'm a mess when I'm alone. And if anyone can help, I think I'm losing it. No, fight is not hard to say. I got no problem with my self-control. I got a nutty word honest on this fine to the sex tonight. And she's got that dress on, you know, the one that shows all the things that you can do to me. And I'm taking a lesson on not to beg for sex. You're the gracious host and I'm the parasite. Anyone else, take me out. I have to do a video. I have to take a picture. 'Cause I'm a mess when I'm alone. Take a picture for the Amazon. Love is fine. Got a sex tonight. Got that dress on, you know, the one that shows all the things that you can do to me. And I'm taking lesson on not to beg for sex. To the side effect we're feeling from the ecstasy. So come on, no doing anyone. Ta 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 ta. Okay. Ah. Eeh. My apologies. Let's uh, watch them carry say less. Watch some videos all day long, and I don't know when she sings along. Guess you did, I guess I'm wrong. Ooh, where's my remote? Remote. Where are you, dear remote? Remote. I found you, my remote. Remote. Some water would be soaked. Remote. My glasses are lost. Oh, just freaking hoping, bruh. The heck? The heck, Derek? And she got that dress on. We're hoping to find the season 2. Easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And she got that dress on, you know, the one that shows all the things that you can do to me. And I'm taking lesson on not to beg for sex. Okay. Ugh. We found it. My name is Boxy, you see, and you see, and you see, and it's my only account. There's Boxy Bay with trees. My name is Boxy, and it's been a while since I made a new video, so I thought I'd make a new video. And yeah, so here's a couple of things to see. I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. What happened? I want some popcorn. Good old John. Very good. Frenchie, see you soon.